Tracy with your intuitive weekly reading for June 16th through 22nd, 2014. So welcome guys. I thought I'd change up the view. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood here today. Sing it with me. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Who did that? Mr. Rogers, right? So I thought I'd bring it outside. Here's the challenge, right? I have to somehow beat lawnmowers going off, and dogs barking, and Lord knows what else, right? Suburbia. You gotta love suburbia. So just briefly touching back before we move on with Whitehawk. Last week it was about celebrations, and we had my birthday, and we had Father's Day, and there was the World Cup soccer that is on, so lots of celebrating going on there, right? I hope there was celebration going on for you in your life. I found it to be an off week as well, and I think that has a lot to do with 1, summer solstice, and 2, Mercury retrograde. So just to create an awareness at times in life, when you have things going on, that things just are naturally going to sort of be off, but you persevere and you get through it, or maybe there's just certain things you don't do during that time frame. So that's how it was for me. So let's go in and see Whitehawk and see what he has to say for the upcoming week. Indeed, how could one possibly get through life with all of these planetary movements happening and so on and so forth, new seasons occurring? It can be very difficult indeed, can it not, to get through, but you do. And indeed, this is good advice to heed, where she says perhaps there are certain things you do not do, perhaps. As many would hear, one would not sign a contract, perhaps during Mercury retrograde. But then again, maybe you will, for you would use your intuition still through these time periods, and if it feels good, then it is good. If it does not feel good, then it is not good. And so, my children, what I will say to you for this upcoming week is this. Although we completely enter into a new season with the summer solstice, it will be a sad week, a doldrum week. And this one had been feeling very sad before coming on air, and was asking me to help her hold it together. But what she was not tapping into was that it was actually because that is the feeling of this week that we are actually in as she makes this reading. So there is a lot of sadness, there is a lot of doldrums. Is it because the summer solstice energies are passing through? Indeed it is, but it is also because, well, there is a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of people feeling like, is this it? Is this all there is for me? And then, is this how I live? And then we die and that's it? Because people are wanting more, and they need to feel more, and they want to be more. And so we are going through this period, this black period, where people are questioning things. And this is not a bad thing, children. This is a good thing. For people want to live their life with purpose and on purpose. They want to sing forth their song. They want to be who they are so deeply that one cannot feel but a lot of sadness and uncertainty within themselves. Keeping in mind, indeed, that with sadness, a lot of the times, children, can come anger. So be very careful when you're discerning between sadness and anger, because it may come out as a lot of anger, but underneath it all, there is sadness and there is fear. So my children, as you walk through this next week towards the new season in your life, keep in mind that there is sadness, but there is a light at the end of the rainbow, and at the end of a storm. There is a light at the end of the rainbow? Did I say that? Okay, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that there is indeed rainbows. You have to go through the storm to get to the rainbow. So children, God bless as you go through this ebb and flow of life this week that you are most definitely already feeling, I would say, very deeply. And indeed, do feel that sadness that is within you, for if you do not, you stuff it, and then you must grieve it later, or indeed will cause disease or illness or injury to come up later. God bless, children, as you move through this week towards the summer season. God bless. Thank you, Whitehawk. Well, it's good to know why I was feeling sad, because usually I'll go in and I might see Whitehawk briefly just to sort of sense if I'm feeling something like that, but I wasn't sure what it was. And another thing that's really interesting for anyone who's a channeler is that oftentimes on the summer solstice, if you ever want a good clear connection, like holy smack, there's been a few years now I go in and right on the summer solstice I feel so connected to the energy during that time frame. So if you want to get your paper to pen and you want to get your oracle cards going, it's a great time to connect and feel so connected to spirit. All right, guys, so that's our reading for June 16th to 22nd. I apologize, there's no vlog this week, but I think you'd be more sad if there had not been a weekly reading than a vlog. They're a lot more popular. So your next reading will be your intuitive weekly reading, which will happen on the Thursday, I hope. It's just the way life has been rolling. Like I said, it's been off, and this is a good indicator. And then we'll see you for our intuitive weekly vlog. Don't forget to subscribe and get your questions in for our upcoming Ask Tracy. So once again, as always, I'm so grateful to be here with you guys. Subscribe, like, comment. God bless. I'm Tracy for a Chandler's Channel.